like to say that as in, this battle isn't easy. As marginalized students, allies, people of color, anything that we do, especially an institution that didn't want us to be here from the beginning, that wouldn't allow us in these doors to be sitting here 100 years ago, we are working hard and we're working strong to do that.
That video just in minutes ago from Evans Hall, where protesters are planning in on a third day of a sit-in. Thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Tevis Hillis.
And I'm Austin Hernandez. OU Nightly's Cal Day was the only reporter at Ellison Hall when this meeting took place. He's live outside the sit-in with the very latest. Cal?
Yeah, good evening, guys. I've spent much of the day right here outside Evans Hall, where, as you can see behind me on the statue, is the banner with the hashtag Harper has to go, and that's really been the theme here of day 2 of this sit-in. Now, we know that BERT met with Provost Harper earlier today for about a 45-minute meeting. That also included other university leadership, and the meeting centered around BERT's demand for Harper to resign. There's a common mindset on day 2 of the sit-in.
I'm here because I'm not an ally, I'm an accomplice. I'm willing to put my life on the line because Harper has to go.
The Black Emergency Response Team demanding for the resignation of Provost Kyle Harper. This morning, OU seed sower draped with a banner with the hashtag Harper has to go. Many eyes and ears were centered on a meeting scheduled between BERT and Harper earlier today. We were there at Ellison Hall, where the group met with Harper, as well as Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion, Belinda Hypolite, and Dean of Students, David Surratt. Members from BERT left the meeting after 45 minutes and made their return to Evans Hall. Back there, many students and faculty taking part in the sit-in. Stairways have turned into breakfast nooks, hallways into sign stations, and couches into beds. The university says they have come to an agreement on 3 of the demands: a mandatory equity training for all faculty and staff, a new gen ed course to promote equity and inclusion, and expanded counseling resources for students. Not on the list, Provost Harper's resignation. BERT's response is the sit-in will continue. Now, as it stands, we know that Harper has not tendered his resignation. As a result, just a few minutes ago, members of the BERT community say that this is probably going to go on for a third day. Now, it's been a real interesting day. The fire marshal's been walking up and down, checking on people, making sure the alleys are clear, obviously keeping safety a top priority. There's also been several members of the OU faculty that have been here in attendance, and they've been telling their students, don't worry, we won't count you absent. We want you here to be doing this instead. So obviously, lots of supports from lots of different people. For now, we're live just outside Evans Hall. Cal Day, OU Nightly.
Thank you, Cal. Let's take a look again at what students say they want to happen in order for them to end the sit-in. The group is asking for the resignation of Provost Kyle Harper. They say his lack of reaction to racist events at OU is a serious issue. They also want mandatory training for OU faculty and semester-long diversity training. The group is also asking for a new multicultural center on campus. The demands and the sit-in come on the heels of a second OU professor using a racial slur during class, and after a series of blackface videos were posted on social media over 2 different semesters.
The frustration student members of BERT are expressing with the sit-in is not new. Shortly after the first incident of an OU professor using the N-word in a classroom 2 weeks ago, we interviewed the co-director of BERT.
So how are you as a college, not only as a university, are you working towards this? When you talk about the recent racial incidents, they're mostly students involved. Not people before me, unheard, have talked about how we need to increase faculty and staff of color because it increases their perspective as well.
OU Nightly is monitoring the situation inside Evans Hall right now. We'll have another update for you later in the newscast.
Yeah, good evening, guys. We're still out here at Evans Hall, and I'm going to step out of the way here. The doors right here where several faculty members are standing to greet students. These are expected to close at 5 o'clock, so in just under 4 minutes, these doors will close for the night. No students will be allowed to enter back into Evans Hall. The ones that are here, they're going to be in it for the long haul. We've seen lots of people bringing pillows, blankets, snacks, people gearing up for what could be another long night into tomorrow morning as day 3 looms. So as you can see, people coming in, making their last arrangements, and it's going to be a long night out here at Evans Hall. For now, we're live out here at Evans Hall. Cal Day, OU Nightly.
Thank you, Cal.